Welcome to MSG Varsity's Around the Diamond. Lou Brogno in for Kevin Devaney, talking Long Island baseball. And quite a week it was for hardball here on Long Island. A couple of very interesting games. Ward Melville certainly involved in one of them, taking on PatchogueMedford. And this was the defending Class AA Long Island Championship Ward Melville team, getting a tough test here, but they're off to a sizzling start here for this 2014 season. Top of the fourth, Ward Melville up. Jeff Tao, base hit to right. Joe Flynn comes in to score. Ward Melville leads 1-0. Next batter up, Nick Vitale hits a ground ball to second. This one a little tough to handle. Another run comes in to score, and Ward Melville up to a 2-0 advantage. Bottom of the sixth, PatchogueMedford batting down 3-1 with 2 on and 2 out. Kevin Wiltsey gets out of the jam. 6 innings, 7 strikeouts for him. And then Phil Caballero, the comebacker, the pitch to first. Final 3-1, Ward Melville. They are now 7-1 on the season. 7 straight wins for them, and PatchogueMedford drops to 5-5. So a well-pitched game and some good defense in the game as well. Another big game on Long Island, Lindenhurst taking on Sachem North. And as we pick this one up in the top of the sixth inning, Lindenhurst batting down 3-1. Matt Rizzabato, base hit to left. Scott Barani and David Kettle score. We're tied at 3. Then top of the seventh, Lindenhurst up. There it goes. Scott Barani, a 3-run bomb, gives Lindenhurst a 6-3 lead. Bottom of the seventh inning, Sachem North coming back. They're down 6-4. Bases juiced, 1 out. Bobby Barber hit by the pitch. Mike O'Donnell scores. And Sachem North now down by 1. Hofstra bound Stephen Foster base hit down the first base line. James Griffith scores the winning run. Sachem North wins it by the score of 7-6. Sachem North scores 4 runs in the bottom of the seventh inning. A scintillating victory.
I really thought that he was going to throw me a curveball there because he got me out on the curveball the last pitch for a strikeout looking. But he threw me that inside pitch low and just turned on the ball and ripped it down the first base line. When I go down there, I'm just making sure everyone gets around, and then when everyone starts cheering and going crazy, that's when I know the game's over. And then that's when you know you can have some fun after.
Well, that's when you know the game is over, and it certainly was in the bottom of the seventh inning. Sachem North with that 4-run explosion to get that huge victory. To the Catholic League we go. Defending Catholic League champion St. John the Baptist taking on Chaminade. This game at Hofstra. Rubber game of a 3-game series. St. John the Baptist batting. Liner to third. Diving stop. Great play by Bo O'Connell. Chaminade still up 3-0. St. John the Baptist still batting. Tyler Costa base hit to center. Andrew Ferrenti scores. We are tied at 3. Bottom of the sixth. Chaminade batting. Bases loaded, 2 out. Ryan Hennessy blasts one into the gap. This one a couple of hops off the fence, double to center, clears the bases, 6-3. Flyers on top. Top of the seventh, Chaminade closing it out. Flies out to Ryan Hennessy. Chaminade wins the series 2-1 in the 3-game set. The final 6-3 Chaminade. And that certainly puts them right in the mix in the Catholic League. You've got to figure the top 3 teams to beat there. Chaminade, St. John the Baptist, and St. Dominic the favorites. So a huge win there for the Flyers. More Long Island baseball. Syosset in action, going up against Hicksville. And as we pick up the action in this one, bottom of the first, Hicksville batting down 2-0. Nick Schoen base hit to left. 2 runs will come in to score, and the game is tied at 2. Safe at the plate. Bottom of the second, Hicksville batting, still 2-2. Ryan Schultheis base hit to left. 1 run comes in to score. Hicksville takes the lead. It's 3-2. Top of the sixth, Syosset batting. Derek Spillane had a big game. Here, a 2-run single. Spillane was 2 for 3 in the game. Syosset goes on top. They're up 4-3. Bottom of the seventh, Syosset closes it out. Corey Stein fields the ground ball, steps on first. Final, Syosset wins it 4-3. They win the series 2-1. More baseball here on the island. North Babylon taking on West Islip. Another huge series last week. Bottom of the second inning, we pick it up. West Islip batting. Sam Ilario, double to right center. 2 runs will score. Nice effort, but too tough in the corner. He was 9 of 11 in the series coming off a season-ending football injury. West Islip up 2-0. Bottom of the 6th, Nick Arnold strikes out to end the inning. Still 3-0 West Islip. Top of the 7th, North Babylon batting. This is a single to the left. Another run scores. North Babylon down 3-2. And then West Islip closes it out. Nick Arnold gets the strikeout. The final 3-2. West Islip with the victory. Nick Arnold solid on the mound. Tosses a 6-hitter, strikes out 6 along the way. He's now 3-0. He has struck out 13. He struck out 13 in his previous start. That's 19 Ks in his last 2 starts. Speaking of being dominant on the mound, unhittable. That's what we say about Carle Place Jr. right-handed pitcher Mike DeLeo. You might remember he pitched a perfect game last week, struck out all 21 batters he faced. Well, in his second start, not too shabby. One hitter, 14 strikeouts versus East Rockaway on the season. Are you ready for these stats? 14 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts. He's walked only 3, given up just 1 hit, and given up just 1 earned run. He has been unhittable basically in the first 2 starts. What a start for the junior right-hander. No question about it. Now this weekend coming up, a couple of big games actually next week as you take a look at the schedule series that are going to be taking place. And these are big series. MacArthur off to a great start. They are sizzling, undefeated so far this season, and they'll have a 3-game series between April 21st and 24th, to be specific, 21st, 22nd, and 24th against Valley Stream Central. Hills West also off to a terrific start. They'll go up against East Islip, and again, those same dates between April 21st and 24th. Plainview JFK, they too, having a good start to this 2014 campaign, will take on East Meadow, another big 3-game series, and Ward Melville. In Suffolk County, off to a good start, taking on Sachem East between April 21st and 24th. And we'll find out all 4 of those teams, MacArthur, Hills West, Plainview, and Ward Melville, off to good starts. Look at some good challenges next week. Well, as we hit mid-April, it has been a crazy, topsy-turvy first 2 weeks of the high school baseball season. Teams in and out of our tri-state poll. Really can't, it's tough to put your finger on some of these teams at this early junction of the season. But as we take a look at our tri-state top 20, we start at number 20. And the Admirals of Arlington are there. 3-2 so far this season. They were number 6 last week. They dropped all the way down to number 20, off to a up and down start, the defending Section 1 champs. New Canaan coming in at number 19. The Rams also were number 13. They dropped down to 19 at 3-1. Telecommunications makes their debut in the top 20 poll. Coming in at number 18 out of New York City, off to a sizzling start, 7-0. Ward Melville's won 7 in a row, and they leap into the top 20 poll for the first time, coming in at number 17 at 7-1. The Bulldogs of Beacon off to a strong start in Section 1. They're 3-1, including a win over Arlington last week. So Beacon looking to win their Spring Bash tournament and perhaps move up even further in the poll. And Cranford's Cougars, no surprise here in New Jersey, 6-0 as they debut in the poll. They were the number 1 team last year in the MSG Varsity final poll. Cranford hit hard by graduation, but they have not missed a beat. Pope John is up to number 14. They were number 19 last week, and they move up. They're 7-1 so far this year out of Sparta. Old Tapan playing very well in Bergen County. The Golden Knights 6-1-1, coming in at number 13. Bergen Catholic makes its debut this week. Bergen Catholic at 5-1-1. They make their first appearance. They feature one of the top outfielders in the tri-state area in Michael Martinez, and they have won 5 in a row. Plainview JFK at a number 11. They too debut in the poll for the first time, and they are off to a spectacular start at 8-0. That's a look at the first 10 in the top 20. as we take a look at the top 10 teams in the tri-state area. A lot of movement, especially between numbers 6 and 10. St. Peter's Prep debuts. How about debuting at number 10? The Marauders are 8-1-1 on the season. They lost their first game. They are unbeaten since, defending non-public North A semifinalists in New Jersey. Fairfield Prep off to a terrific start. Big win over Stepinac last week. They are 4-0 on the season. They move up from number 20 to number 9. Milburn coming in at number 8. They are the defending Group 4 state champs in New Jersey. 5-3 on the season. They move up from number 16. The Indians of R.C. Ketchum are 5-0, and they are playing terrific baseball in Section 1, moving up from number 12 to 7. St. Dominic appears to be one of the favorites in the Catholic League, moving up from 11 to number 6. They're off to a 9-0 start. The number 5 team, Poly Prep, moves up from 7 to 5. They have won 9 of their first 10. Hills West is 9-0. They move up a notch from number 5. Doing an outstanding job the first 2 weeks here on Long Island. And Wall Township from New Jersey, 6-0, moving up from 8 to number 3. They could be one of the teams to beat in the short conference this year, featuring pitcher Tyler Swigert with a 0.83 earned run average. They return almost their entire team from last year. And one of the big surprises so far, MacArthur, off to a great start on Long Island, 7-0, staying at number 2 and staying at number 1 for the second week in a row. The Pirates of Seton Hall Prep, they are 6-1 on the year. That's a look at our top 20 tri-state baseball poll, and that'll do it for Around the Diamond for this week. For Kevin Devaney and our entire MSG Varsity team, I'm Lou Brogno. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.